You know what Prodigy said? There's a war going on outside. No man is safe from. You can run, but you can't hide. It might be a war, but it's beautiful out here in these Mayhill streets. It's beautiful today, and I'm out here enjoying myself, enjoying some sunshine, enjoying the freedom to be out here living life. You can't stop me. All right, we're doing 5 best speed training shoes today. So we've been doing a series over on the Supwell Running Instagram. Make sure you're following the @Supwell Running Instagram. I think we hit something like 4,600 followers, something like that. I usually don't I don't like focusing on the numbers. I like focusing on what we are doing, controlling what we can control. And Grant and I, we've been locked in for the past 6 weeks, posting reels daily and posting posts daily, trying to give the most insightful information, the best information, the most entertaining running shoe analysis out there daily now on the Instagram. So what we've done is a power rankings. Now I do a lot of lists on the channel here, but what the power rankings is each month we're going across the 4 key categories of shoes. So daily trainers, speed training shoes, max cushion gang, and carbon counting. We actually did it in the order of daily trainers came first. That was the first week of this month, and then we did the max cushion gang this week with speed training, and then next week stay tuned for the carbon counting. That's gonna be a good one. So that's an Instagram series. Every week we're putting out these power rankings. I'm writing up these analyses of each shoe, why they're in the position that they are, and the way that it's based is based off, we're gonna have some focus drama today. Focus on my face. Bro, we got AI. I need an AI camera to just focus on my face. If anyone has recommendations for a camera that focus on my face, let me know. The power rankings based on the mileage that I'm getting in these shoes, the mileage that Grant and others are getting in these shoes, the mileage that people are getting on the Supwell app, how much people are enjoying these shoes, whether or not people are actually buying them, how available these shoes are, at least on the US market. You're not gonna see me put a shoe like the ASICS S4 Plus Yogieri unless it comes to the market, like the ASICS S4 Plus Yogieri did this week. And then of course, price does factor in as well. So make sure you're following the Instagram for this. Today I'm going to highlight the speed training power rankings. It's the exact same power rankings we put over there coming to you live on YouTube. So this is a little YouTube, well, it was an IG exclusive, and now we're bringing it here. The other thing is merch. Slug Life merch is not going to be around forever. This drop is going to go away in the next few weeks. So if you haven't gotten your Slug Life stuff or your Supwell stuff, make sure you get it now. App members have a discount code. So another great reason to be part of the Supwell app, which is the best buy, sell, and trade marketplace out there, is to get the discount merch. Then you also get the discount code for Running Warehouse, which takes stuff off of 10% off of fuel, 20% off of gear. And the app also has the best buy, sell, and trade marketplace. I've seen every single one of these shoes for sale on the buy, sell, trade marketplace. So if you're looking for a new speed training shoe, make sure to get on the Supwell app. It's also just the best gosh dang place to be. Most supportive community of sickos getting after it. All right, speed training shoes, power rankings. Did I say we're doing it each month? So the way the power rankings work is I'm going to update it once a month. This is for March. Let's start off with number 5 on the list. We got USPS coming through. Number 5 on the list. This is the On. USPS rolling by. This is the On Cloud Boom Zone. So I absolutely loved the On Cloud Boom Strike. This has a lot of the same spirit as that in a speed training package. The weird thing is On dropped this and then they pretty much buried it. They didn't do much promo or press at all. They didn't send it out to any of the people that they typically send it out to. So it didn't get any coverage on YouTube besides my channel. I think a few people might have gotten it, maybe 1 or 2 of those guys over in Europe and a few people on Instagram, but it wasn't a wide release. They didn't push it like they did with the Cloud Boom Strike. That was a diesel V8 pickup. Yeah, so it didn't get a lot of press in pop. They also priced it ridiculously high, $210. There's some sort of a midfoot shank plastic piece. You do still have some flexibility, but it's got a really nice foam. 100% of this race foam here. It is extremely fast. One of the best, if not the best, speed training midsoles. Why is it number 5 if it's the best speed training midsole? Well, the price is just ridiculous. at $210. However, the reason it's even making my list and making these power rankings is because it started to get more pickup and more adoption in the hobby jogger community. 2 or 3 different people this week posted on the Supple app that they were able to pick up a pair of these, I think on secondhand site. They have something, I think it's called Onward or something like that. And Supple app is another good place to get buy, sell, and trade gently used shoes. But if people aren't buying them in the first place, you're not going to get the deals. Anyway, people are picking these up for sale on site and starting to fall in love with these shoes, and the good word is spreading. If you can get this for under $170, $180, which is where it should be priced, On shoes are just ridiculously priced, you're going to love this. It's like the best version of what the Rebel was, that old Rebel V3. Explosively bouncy midsole, decently lightweight, but it's not super soft and squishy. A lot of the race foams are going towards this really soft, compressive feel that bottoms out. That's not what you get with this, but it does still have a good degree of flexibility up in the front. You also have a really nice layer of rubber coverage here, which if you're running fast, if you're training out here on the streets, is great to get some more connection and grip on the ground. It's a rip and grip, or grip and rip type of shoe. I actually really like the upper. It feels well built, well put together. The main reason people don't talk about it is just because of the price, but it is one of the top 5 speed training shoes. If you're looking for one of those track day style shoes, I wouldn't get this for long runs, but there's other shoes that have more cushion. But if you're looking for a track day shoe, a shorter tempo shoe, if you're doing tempos maybe 4, 6, up to 8 miles, this would be great. This isn't gonna be my going past 90-minute shoe, but if you like a lighter weight, lower to the ground feel, this could be good as that Rebel replacement. All right, number 4 on the list. Another good shoe that it's hard to say a Nike is overrated or underrated. These Nikes are perfectly rated. The thing that happens with the Nikes is they get overrated before they release. People hype them up and then they get disappointed because it's almost like the Nikes can't live up to the hype because people think it's going to be God's gift to the running shoe-universe, and then they're just okay. Also, similar to the On shoe, the pricing here was off. Nike priced this at $180. The shoes that it competes with, which would be Mach 6, Rebel, and Brooks Hyperion 2, or even the Adidas Adizero SL2, those are all $140. And the SL2 is $130 because Adidas did value pricing there versus premium pricing. So Nike had a crazy price premium on this, $50 or $40, which is just wild. The thing is, all of Nike start going on sale. And this is not a deals list, but it just so happens that these 2 shoes were both wildly overpriced, and now you're starting to find deals. With this one, you can find it for $108. We're also doing weekly deals roundups on the Instagram channel, so if you're interested in that, if you liked, a lot of people probably don't know this, but I used to do deals every week, 10 best running deals every weekend on the channel. So if you missed that, if you like that, make sure that you're subscribed to or following the Instagram, because we're doing a few deals, 4 deals every Monday. We're gonna hit you with it over there. This one you could find for $108. At that price, or even at $140, this is a really good shoe. I might like this better than the Rebel and some of those other shoes. It's an awesome speed training connected pick. It doesn't have a plate, similar to the Cloudboom Zone, except there's no plastic in the midsole at all here. Very bouncy and a really nice option if you want something more stripped down and streamlined. So if you're comparing this to the Hyperion 2, I love both of those. This is bouncier. Hyperion 2 has a better rocker, lower drop, but for $30 cheaper, now that this is on sale for $110, that's a gosh dang top 5 speed training shoe right there. You also can use it as a daily trainer if you want something that's slightly firmer, not as comfort oriented as a lot of the other everyday running options on the market right now. All right, number 3 on our list, coffee break. This was the Rwanda. I'm getting some caramel. I think caramelized peach, lemon zest, and creme brulee. Number 3 on the list, Asics Magic Speed 4. So this thing has a full-length carbon fiber plate. It has a softer training foam, a more standard training foam, and then it has that race foam up in the forefoot here. This is a good shoe. It's one of those shoes that doesn't blow me away. The ride of the Cloudboom Zone is way bouncier here, but for 40 bucks, again, the price and the value equation is part of what goes in these power rankings here. The ride of the Cloudboom Zone is more explosively bouncy. This thing is just a reliable, almost traditional feeling speed training shoe, even though it does have the full carbon fiber plate, even though it does have on paper this back stack measures in at, actually I don't think I put through a stack rater here, but I think it measures in above 40 if you look at Running Warehouse. So it has a lot of the elements that are going into these modern race shoes and modern high-end training shoes, but it has more of that traditional streamlined feel. No frills upper, that's actually the weakest part of the shoe. The upper is kind of trash, but there's nothing special about it. It just works once you get it going. So it's not one of those shoes that's bouncing along and you feel so much faster. It just feels good to run fast in it. And that's been my experience every single time I've run it. Other than the first workout I did, I felt it was too mushy. But once the foam breaks in, it's a nice choice. So if you're looking for a new speed training shoe, you want to try something with the plate, you don't want to go 200 plus for a race shoe, this is a nice pick. It's a safe bet. There's nothing objectionable about it. And it's nice to just have a solid shoe that works, right? It's like if you train in the Salomon Air Glide 3, that's another one that I've been loving recently for everyday miles. If you train in something like that, or Adidas Ultra Boost, or even an Asics Gel Nimbus, just a reliable max cushion shoe, this would be a nice alternative for your speed training days. So you could have a faster or a slower cushion shoe, and then you could have something like this. No frills. Yes, it has the plate. Yes, it has the race foam, but it really feels like a reliable, smooth riding shoe. All right, man, number 2. This is not one of my personal favorites. I do not like this for everyday miles. I'm not a huge fan of the ride in general. The reason it's making the list is because a lot of people like it. A lot of people on the Supple app like it. And on these power rankings, I am taking into consideration what works for a lot of people. So who likes this? People who are forefoot runners who can push down some power through this foam. A lot of people are finding this super bouncy. I've found it on the firmer side and not the bounciest for my everyday paces, which are 710 to 750, but cranking it up for more of those speed training paces, getting down to the 5s, it's comfortable. It's got good cushion. There's no rigid carbon fiber plate in here. So if you want something that's non-plated, gives you that budget race day experience, $150 for a full race foam midsole, this is the ticket. A lot of people also miss the feel of the Adidas Adios Pro 3 and the Lightstrike Pro in there. That's giving you a very similar feel to that, but without the rods. And similar to the Magic Speed 4, there's no finickiness with the upper. Very simple feeling shoe. So if you're looking for a speed day shoe that works for a lot of people, that's optimized for midfoot to forefoot, this is gonna be great. Now for heel striking, that's where I've really found the biggest weaknesses. And you can see back here on some of these runs, I've been just dragging, not feeling that great, not running strong. And you can see this exposed rubber wear here, or exposed foam wear here. That's the biggest downside of the shoe. Doesn't feel great for heel striking. A lot of these Adidas shoes are, the Audi 01s are 6mm drop, or 6.5, 7mm drop. Yeah, that's a real thing. They'll list the drop 6.5, but they just don't feel great for heel striking because how the rocker is positioned, it almost feels like a negative drop shoe, where in the forefoot, you get as much foam as in the rear. USPS is coming, hold on. Just a bill from the gas company. Other good thing is forefoot grip here is going to be great with the Continental rubber. Comes in at a decently lightweight, so the availability is also getting better with this. This was super hyped up, and Adidas released it in limited batches. I would say for most people, and again, power rankings, if you think about power rankings for NFL or NBA, I'm more familiar with NFL, is based on momentum. It's based on how good these teams have been playing. You could have a team with a worse record ranked higher in the power rankings. So the reason this is winning right now is because tons of people have bought it, tons of people have liked it. I even, on the max cushion power rankings, I put the Superplast as number 2 because that's what a lot of people are liking. But with this thing here, man, I would hold off to get the Boston 13 if you want something out of Adidas for speed training. Where people are liking this is the versatility for daily miles. Again, for me, as more of, I like comfort for my everyday miles. this isn't it. It isn't designed to be the most comfortable shoe. If you even just look at the upper construction, the lack of padding in the back, everything about it is designed for speed. So if you are looking for that streamlined speed shoe, I would say hold off, wait for the Boston 13. The reason Boston 13 is not on the speed trading list this month is it's not even available for sale. I was just able to get it because they released a super small limited number. But that's the Adidas Evo SL. Number 2 spot. I don't know if I said anything good about it, but a lot of people like it. All right, number 1, also, I was gonna say most expensive, but the On was the most expensive. Hoka Mach X2. This thing is just beautiful. The midsole here is the perfect combination of cushioned but fast. You have the training foam in the back for stability with the plastic plate, with the race foam on the top. Some people have issues with the upper. A lot of people have issues with the upper. I personally have, oh my gosh. Bro, we got boxes flying around and everything. I haven't had any issues with this upper here. It's been really comfortable for me. I actually love the race fit that it has. In the rocker here, that's what, man, that's the beautiful part about this shoe. It's just so versatile. It's great for relaxed miles. I don't know what it is about the geometry, but something about the back here and how it's shaped mean that I can still jog along. I don't feel that it's encouraging me to run faster, and I also don't feel that it's punishing me for running slower. The Evo SL is one of those few training shoes, because this usually happens in race shoes, but one of the few training shoes that I feel punishes me for going slow. But hey, this is a speed training list, right? You want speed. Some of us also want versatility. That's why I love this thing. That's why it's number 1. It's gonna be hard to take this off the top spot. Even the Boston 13, I don't know if that would knock this off. Maybe I should do a head-to-head between those two. But so comfortable, so cushioned, and so fast, and so great at doing a variety of runs. So this was the last shoe that I used for my biggest long run, or my taper week long run before the Chicago Marathon. It's just so reliable. One of those shoes where I could bring it on a trip, just be happy having this in my suitcase. I actually did bring this. I brought this Superblast and Bandai to New York when I went there in January, and I was running this in the Bandai for the most part, because we don't even need to talk about the Superblast. But this is a great option, $190, also great for long runs. This would be my top long run pick out of all these shoes. None of the other ones even really come close to what this offers in terms of long run capability. It is on the more expensive side, but you get what you pay for, and the performance here warrants the price. So there you go. That is the March Speed Training Power Rankings. Make sure you're subscribed to I have to remember all my verbs for the different social media platforms. Make sure you are following the Instagram account. Make sure you're also signed up for the Supple app, because if you like how I described the Mach X2, you might be able to find one in your size, and if there's not one listed, you could post, hey, I'm looking for a Hoka Mach X2 in a size 8.5 men's, and I have an Adidas Adios Pro 4 that I would trade with 50 miles on it. That's how it works. It's hobby joggers helping out other hobby joggers. We have the buy, we have the sell, and we have the trade, right? You could trade the shoes. All right, that's all I have for you today. I'll be back tomorrow with another video.